everyone to another episode of Rooftop Perspectives. I'm your host, LanceScurv. Love me or hate me, I'm going to tell it like it is. Love me or hate me, I got to say what I see. In America, spelled with 3 Ks, there's so much that I've seen through the course of my life. And right now I'm going, aha, because it pisses me off how black people have dropped the ball. And for those people who have the passion, we're not black, we're this, we're that, you're arguing over the word and you ain't doing shit about your condition, how people are walking all over you no matter what you call yourself. We're focused on the wrong things. A good friend and brother of mine sent me a video clip, and I kind of brushed through it quick, so I'm not going to name names, and this one was this tall and that short and this weight, this is when they were born. There's so much information that comes by me. I will speak on things in concept. I am not a news reporter. I'm not one who says I'm some YouTube researcher and do the research and I have to get all the facts straight for this story. I'm not a reporter. I'm just a guy kicking it that you'd run into on the bus stop or somebody that you see in a supermarket checkout line, and we exchange a few words. So the clip was about what they would call illegal immigrants. I don't think they use that term, but in El Paso, Texas, there are like between 3,500 to 5,000. Maybe I'm getting that number wrong, but it's definitely 3,500 at least every day coming over the border into El Paso, Texas. And the mayor is in that video saying that it's so wrong that they have to sleep out in the street, and their children out there, and their women out there, and their pregnant mothers out there. Yes, we know that they came here and the conditions in their country are so poor and they came here, but we can't have them living like that because they're human beings. But when the Haitian brothers and sisters were here, they corralled them up and sent them back, right? Sent them right on back. And I'm going to say this, black Americans, y'all didn't say much about it at all. You pretty much watched it. There were some who had concern and said things, understood, who are a little more conscious. But the overwhelming majority of black people in America, do you think they cared about them Haitians going back and being put back into Haiti? And it's us that's the problem. I don't want to hear no more complaints about what they're doing, letting other people into America, when your ass been here from the very beginning to build this country, went to the whole civil rights movement that should have been human rights, and you dropped the ball after when you started getting a taste of the riches and the baubles and the rubies and the trinkets of that oppressive entity, the pink parasite who runs this thing. As long as you was getting yours, you didn't care about anybody else. And we have more ways of separation as black people. Yeah, I said black people. Anyway, certain words don't even come through when you type. Don't even drop links in my comment section because automatically they block certain words, or block certain names, or block. That's how, oh, they blocking my thing. Well, maybe automatic you went to say something jacked up. But the bottom line is, none of y'all seem to care about anything other than what your little category is. And that's our downfall as black people. We have more reasons to be divided. More reasons to be divided. More reasons to be divided, and we run with it. As soon as a white man come up and make a category, we want to be that because we don't want to be who we are. And we're fighting to not be who we are and unify. Why do you... My frustration. That's why sometimes I don't want to talk about black people no more. I want to talk about science. I want to talk about the arts. I want to talk about some things that I'm into because some of us are just damn stupid. Some of y'all black people are stupid. And you're going to feel it. We got these internet agents out here. Yes, we're different than the other ones, the foundational black Americans and so on. So let me tell you something. You ain't no different than the Haitians, Jamaicans, and Africans. Even though some of them may be brainwashed in a different way against those who are born in America, we need to bridge the gap instead of just jumping to these categories that are artificial, that are given to us, and we run with it. Because Hitler had Jews around him at one time. Doctors and lawyers and people who had money, people who are of great affluence. And they thought, well, Hitler's going after the poor Jews. They ain't coming after us. But after he was done with the poor Jews, he came after their asses. So you affluent niggas who push your nose up in the air and feel because you know a secret handshake, or because you make over 6 figures 2 and 3 times over, or you've been educated here or there, once they're done with the common man, they're coming after your black ass. Black ass. Because like Don King said, you a nigga till you die. If you're a poor nigga, if you're a poor nigga, you're a rich nigga, you're a rich nigga, but you'll never stop being a nigga. You could be an educated nigga, but you're a nigga to them. And here's the thing, because of your lack of unity, those who are coming over here who hardly speak English, counting on the same Biden that got rid of Haitians, that are your black people. See, the slave ship drops some off here, drops them off there, drops them off here. And someone will say, well, I'm indigenous, whatever. Well, with your indigenous ass, what are you doing? You're still going and punching the white man's clock. You're still paying taxes to the same government that doesn't like you, no matter what you call yourself. We all want to seem to separate ourselves from who we are and unify because we are better than that one. I'm a foundation of black American. Imagine. I'm Ado, some American descendant of slavery, and you all are begging for a reparation that should have been dealt with first. But they're giving out money. Did you hear the mayor there? In El Paso? Oh, no, I'm sorry. There was another immigrant rights or some kind of term for them that are coming over the border to defend them, to get housing, to get funds and health care for the children. And we're going to work hard to get this. Do you understand how much money America gives away to different countries? They're spending all this money in Ukraine, giving all this money to Israel, who got money already. But they ain't going to take care of your black ass. And see, you're so divided and trying to have the one-man upmanship over everybody that you drop the ball. There is money that these people are giving away to other people who don't look like you. It is historical, it's fact, it's evident of what we've done in America. And they're bypassing everybody. They're signing into, Biden just signed this thing with a gay marriage, and it's a federal thing, and that's something you do behind closed doors if you choose to do it. The color of our skin has been our sin. Just for that alone. While slaving for hundreds of years. They say, we don't want to hear it. Do you say that to your bill collector, white man? That, we don't want to hear it? Oh, my mortgage is 6 months behind. We don't want to hear it. Your ass will be outside of that house in a heartbeat. But because we black. Or how about this? Whoever has a problem with me calling it black, call it whatever you want. We are being done wrong, stupid. You're nitpicking a word. And you're ignoring the condition that we're all in. Look, it may be a swimming pool that could be 10 car lengths long. And I'm on the end of it just chilling, enjoying the water. And there's 10 drunks on the other end, pissing in the pool. I can't say, well, that's just down there. It's just a matter of time before it comes around and I start smelling like somebody else's urine. Maybe a couple logs of feces will come by and go by. That's how it is. We are all one, but we don't act like it. We are all one people, but we try so hard because of our mental sickness to not be who we are. And now we're paying the price for it. So don't cry now, black people. Don't cry now that they're letting so many people in the country. People try to tell you, like Minister Farrakhan, people try to tell you, even down to the rap in the 80s, that they canceled out because it was too conscious. Even with Public Enemy, they were trying to tell you. You hear the reports that in law enforcement across the country, white supremacist groups have infiltrated all law enforcement, corrections, deputies, police, higher up, the judicial system, and they're on code. But you want to feel that, don't call me black. I am not that. I am not from Africa. It don't matter where you from. Look at us now. Because they don't care what we call ourselves. You can say you're part of one of these groups that are led by the government paid agents to keep us divided. Google Memorandum 46. I'm going to keep on saying it until the cows come home. But you don't want to hear that. Don't you know that with all of these things that are going on, we are focused on just our pseudo status? That these same people that are coming in on the borders, do you think they like you? They know you niggas. They know that you're the lowest of the low. Look at the Cubans that came in when Castro emptied out the jails and the prisons and sent them to America. You can't tell them they're not white. You look at their political power all down in Miami and just all across the country. In their mind, they are white. Even though the country, Cuba, majority Africans. And people don't realize or understand that the majority of black Africans that are in Cuba came from the central region of Ghana in the Ashanti region. Research that. But they ain't gonna tell you that. And 93% of black Jamaicans, right, who are always there, not the ones that maybe came from somewhere, so say, I'm not part of that, because we always trying to, but it all goes back to that, came from Ghana. But they don't tell you that. So many of us are trying to be something we're not. And even now, the honorary white card, you see many who call themselves Latinos, which I have a lot of Latino brothers here who understand the deal. So I'm not even coming with no separation stuff. I'm telling it like it is. And even they will tell you that many Latinos and many Hispanics do not like black people, even though they got black blood going through their veins. So they too are an offshoot of what we are, and they're trying to distance themselves from who we are. It's that sickness, because if I join in with the black folks, I might not get my honorary white card. In this society, I'll be looked at as white as far as my status, because that's one of the conditions on coming into this country, and they let you in, and they take care of you and nurse you to financial freedom and to a status in life. You can't deal with the niggas. You have to continue the oppression. Just focus on your own. And they have no problem focusing on their own. That's where they're going to have the upper hand. They're pouring in. There are people who are politicians in position that's going to look out for those people who are coming over the border. No matter what country they're from. They may be from Puerto Rico, Cuba, Mexico, whatever. You're Latino, they're going to look out for them. And that's why so much in law enforcement, many have gotten into those jobs too. And how do you think many of them feel for us? They working alongside, the police. You have a Latino cop with a white cop. A Latino cop, you can't tell him he not white. I'm not hating. I'm telling you how it is. Does this mean everybody? No. I know many Latino, Hispanic, conscious brothers and sisters who understand what's working here in America. Well, not here in America, because as you see, this is Africa behind me. I got out of that place. I saw it a long time ago, and people were calling me crazy. Oh, you're full of conspiracy theories. Blah, 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 blah. The social credit system is soon coming. It's been signed in by Joe Biden. Check out the social credit system that's happening in China. They will decide how much you can buy and what you buy and how much you can spend, and they can cut your money if they want to, if you're too loud on social media. So they probably already got me penned already. Oh, he's going to stop. We're going to stop his check. He'll be screwed in Africa. Well, how do you know I'm not ready for that? You got to think ahead of time and tie in these things. I have to verify it, but I found out that they're artificially breeding babies in this little contraption like an incubator. I don't know what it is before. I got to make sure that it's not fake. I don't know if anybody can confirm this, but I think they did 30,000 of them so far. With white folks' population going down and genetic annihilation happening and their low birth rates, who do you think is going to do that? Who do you think that's for? To bring their numbers back up, if this is true. I usually don't talk about things I can't verify, but I want to throw it out there. Maybe you can research it and look after it. Or maybe it's one of those Instagram, Facebook, false fake news type things. And with the way the dollar is going, it may seem strong now, but it's always been on a downward trajectory. These pensions that we depend on, what would happen if it crashed so bad that pensions stopped? What have you been doing to set up your life that you can live without money. Live without having to pay for heat. Live without having to go to the supermarket. Oh, then if you have no money, you can't go. Don't think that this can't happen. We feel so secure in this artificially maintained world that's based on all things artificial and engineered outside of the natural world. You need to come back into the natural world, away from this system. Way, way, way far away. But we want to clump up the 15-minute city. A lot of us want all of our amenities right there. We want the fast food. We want everything fast. Pay our bills fast. Everything fast. We don't want to get out there and dig up some potatoes out of the ground. We don't want to go out there and pick some apples and mangoes. We don't want to chop the vegetables up and the greens up. We don't want to do any of that. We just want to bleep, give me number 5 and eat it. We eat not for nutrition, but we eat to not be hungry. And that's why we're breaking down. All kind of things put in the food. There's so many things that are closing in on us as black people and most people, but especially us, because we're so ignorant, you know? Because we're so ignorant. And we're so divided. Well, as we fall apart in the system, as we all are targeted, what you gonna do? Nice home you have, nice car you have, and you push your nose up because of it, because you've surrounded yourself with all of these wonderful material things that will do nothing for you as you sell them at bargain basement prices, if you can sell them, because nobody's going to want to buy junk when their stomach is growling. Nobody's going to want to buy junk when they know that night they're going to have to sleep out in the street. And nobody can buy junk with no money in that system. But you turned your back on nature. That's the only answer for us. Unity and nature. You waiting around for reparations and rallying around that behind these government paid agents on YouTube and social media. They got their money. You buy their little DVDs. You donate to their cause, and it's not doing anything for you because they got theirs already. What about you? What about your bank account that you need to use to put yourself in a better position, so when all the money is not worth anything and controlled by somebody else, what are you going to do? They can't stop a mango from growing on a tree. But do you have the land to do that? Bill Gates talking about he want to block out the sun. Why? Because that's the sun is the source of life, and any of these satanic demons don't want the real source of life. That is a representation of our Creator in a system put into place to serve us. They're jealous of us because these beings are not of this world. These beings are not of this planet. And you have a hard time digesting that. You watch the movies, you see what they put out there in front of your face. They're telling you what they are. And they're showing you what they are by the way they act toward us and the way they set up systems against us. But you have faith in this demon. You look up to him and you want to vote for the next one comes. Oh, it's going to be different with this one. I'll vote. And the next 4 years, he said he's going to do this, or she said she's going to do that. Reject all of it. Stop going against your own people. These other folks, they're going to be calling you nigga. The ones that are coming into the country now, they're going to look down on you. They already know. They already know what time it is. Once they get in their feet, they're going to say, you've been here. Why didn't you do better? You had all these hundreds of years here. Why didn't you do better? And the main thing is that we don't unify. And we won't unify, most of us, until we feel fire on our ass. We run off and do our own thing because we feel so high and mighty. But then now we want to come back when we're feeling it. No, stay right where you are. That's why I had a little video the other day. I was speaking about certain people that threw me under the bus. And now they want to run back when they find out that they're shunned from other people. Now they won't be cool with me. No, stay right where you are. Once you show your ass, don't come want to ride with me now. Stay right where you are. So, I hope you understood my rant. There's so much more that I can say. It pisses me off when I think about it, because we dropped the ball. Black folks have dropped the ball. And our thinking and our lack of unity is the cause of that. It could have been so much better. It's like when you break up or somebody breaks up with you, and they go down the list of all the jacked up things you did, and you cry, oh, I'm breaking up, you don't leave me. Yeah, remember 3 years ago you cheated on me. Remember 2 years ago you made a baby on me. Remember 4 years ago you gave me an STD and you're like, damn, this stuff is true, but you should have thought about it. Now we're at this point. Who knows? I'll be watching with a box of popcorn, not in a sadistic way, but you got to look out for yourself. And I'm glad I made moves that put me in a better position. I'll let everybody call me crazy. And so who's looking crazy now? I don't want stress. It seems like black folks love stress. They love the fighting. They love the lack of unity. They're just not happy. I want to be at peace before I leave this earth. And I don't want to be in the matrix. I love it where I am. I'm at peace. Tried to tell you. Anyway, salute to my brothers. Much love to my sisters. I'll be back with more. I'm enjoying myself. Today I almost didn't do anything at all. I'm not losing it for this thing, but after you keep saying the same things over and over and over, and now you see the die is cast. Now you see the handwriting on the wall, and it's like, I tried to tell you. Anyway, for those who are aware, for those who are on point, for those who understand, I'm with you. I'm unified with you. But all the other masses who have knowledge but refuse it because the white man's trinkets are so sweet, go with them now on the sinking ship and enjoy it. I hope you know how to swim and fight off sharks. Anyway, much love to you all. I will see you all next time. Leave your comments and reach out to me. Let me know what you're going to talk about, and I will deal with it. But I'm pissed at this still because it didn't have to be this way. Didn't have to be this way. Anyway, take care. Much love.